Hey guys, welcome back to Once Upon a Tiny Farm. My name's Drew, and in today's video, I want to talk about chicken feed and if this is the best chicken feed that you could buy at Tractor Supply. So let's talk about it.
So why don't we go somewhere only we know?
So a lot of you guys probably know, I think I got a lot of followers from my first two videos that I made about making our own chicken feed. And even that was back over a year ago. And when I did that, I've learned a lot since then. I still have been making my own feed. But in between making my own feed, I did experiment with some organic feed from the store. Just for simplicity, because we had other things going on and I didn't have the time to make my own. It takes a little bit of time to gather all the ingredients and mix it. But anyway, I ran out of my homemade feed and I needed some feed for my layer hens, and I didn't even realize that Tractor Supply had an organic chicken feed, and they do. So that's what I got. I got these organic layer pellets, and still USDA organic, non-GMO project, you know, blah blah blah. This is pretty good, but when you look at the ingredients here, this has soybean oil and vegetable oil. And just because it's, you know, USDA organic, those are still crap oils. And the reason that I started making my own chicken feeds is, well, for one, I want to know what they're eating and where their food comes from. So I'm trying to give them whole grains, whole foods, just like I eat. And I really don't want to give them these oils because I mean, we're not perfect, but we try to avoid these vegetable oils and soybean oils as much as possible because, I mean, do your own research on that, obviously, but there's a really good channel that I actually just found somehow. It's called Flav City. I think his name's Bobby Parrish, and he goes to grocery stores and talks about ingredients and different food items and what to avoid and what to look for. I highly recommend checking out his channel. He's very informative and explains things a lot better than I can. But I just know that those oils are bad, and I don't know why they put them in these feeds, but if I'm not going to eat it, I don't want to feed it to my chickens. But I was in a crunch, so I bought this, and other than those oils, this feed is pretty good. They've been laying really well on this feed, but this feed just ran out. So this is good, but I would consider this like a fast food of chicken feed. You know, you could do better for your chickens, I think. So what I'm going to be doing next week, I ordered from Azure Standard. They're the largest independent food distributor in our country. And somebody commented in one of my recent videos on when I was making my own chicken feed that they get their whole grains from Azure Standard, and I never even had heard of them, and I looked into it and I thought the way their company works is really cool. So you order through their website and then you find a local pickup spot. So they bring a truck. I think they're based I forget, they're on the West Coast, and they have their drivers come all throughout the country in these trucks, and they pick a drop-off spot, and you would go and wait, and you would get your delivery. So I ordered a whole bunch of whole grains to make my own chicken feed, and next week, I think on Thursday, is my first pickup from Azure Standard. So I'm going to be using that independent food distributor, which I think is really cool. I'm going to get some feed. I only ordered stuff for the chicken, so I got wheat, I got whole peas, green peas, I got whole corn, I got some whole oats, and all of that is going to be mixed together. Also sunflower seeds, and everything that they sell is organic. So they're all organic corn, organic everything. And in my feed, you know, I'm not putting any vegetable oils in my feed for my chicken. So I'm trying to do better for myself and for my animals, because I'm eating the eggs from these animals, and I don't want to be them consuming the stuff that I'm not even consuming, right? Because we're eating the eggs. So that's what I'm going to be doing next week. I'm going to be picking up my first order from Azure Standard and making another new batch of chicken feed. So stay tuned for that video next week. So we talked about this one that I just got for my layers behind me. Here's another feed that I got from Tractor Supply. This is Naturewise Chick Starter Grower, and I got this in a crunch because I had ordered baby chicks a little over a month ago, needed some food to feed them, and I didn't look closely enough at this one. This one, Naturewise, I mean, looks like they care about nature. Maybe this is more of a natural feed, right? And they do actually, no, you can see on the back here, they actually add packed with natural extracts to support the healthy bird growth and bone formation, formulated with prebiotics, probiotics, and yeast culture to support optimum digestion and nutrient absorption. Yucca extract aids in the control of manure odor. They add essential oils from oregano and other herbs to promote feed consumption. That's really cool. So when you see that at first sight, that's really cool. But what you notice now, that feed that I was just talking about is organic, certified organic. This one doesn't have that seal of certified organic. So while it has those good natural things in it, if you look closer at the ingredients. Alright, so I couldn't find the tag with the ingredients on this thing, so I had to look it up on Tractor Supply's website. And here are some of the ingredients: ground corn, ground wheat, processed grain byproducts, dehulled soybean meal, canola meal. They have feed grade vegetable oil. Those grains that I mentioned, corn, wheat, soybean meal, canola meal, this is not USDA organic. It doesn't even have a non-GMO sign on it. So that means that these are possibly or probably GMO products and probably sprayed with Roundup and other herbicides that are terrible for the soil and terrible for the food that you're feeding to your chickens. So while this Naturewise looks great on paper, it's not non-GMO, it's not organic, and this is probably not a good feed that I probably shouldn't have bought. But they're a little tricky on these labels here, huh? You gotta be really paying attention. You gotta be really awake to what is going on. I want to talk about one more feed real quick. This is not one that I got at Tractor Supply. This is called New Country Organics, and I heard a lot of people that I follow, other homesteading channels, use this feed. It's a really good feed. Actually, this one was a corn-free and soy-free feed. So they don't use soy. They don't have corn, though my chickens didn't lay very well on this corn-free feed, so I'm not going to be doing that ever again. I think I'm just always going to have some corn in their food. But even this, that is supposed to be one of the very best organic feeds that you could buy, and this is actually really hard to find too. If you look closely at these ingredients, of course this is all organic like I said, they still have sunflower oil. Yes, it's organic sunflower oil, but it's on the list of bad oils that you don't want, and it doesn't matter that it's organic, it's processed, highly processed, and not good. And they also add vegetable oil, which is organic vegetable oil, but again, highly processed, and you don't want those oils. I don't want these oils going in to my chicken. So like when you look really close at these things, even though it's organic, it doesn't matter. I don't want this stuff going into my body. I don't want it going into my chicken's body. So that right there is a good reason to make your own food. And in general, it's a good reason to cook your own food at home, because every time you eat out, there's a lot of bad ingredients, bad oils that are used in those foods, like when you go to a restaurant or fast food or wherever you're going. And they're not good for your body. I'm not going to get into all the details of it. But like I said, check out that channel, Flav City, with Bobby Parrish, and he talks about a lot of those things in more detail, better than I ever could. But that's all I'm going to cover in this video. Like I said, stay tuned for next week. I'm going to get my first order from Azure Standard. I'm going to make my own whole grain organic chicken feed. And for some reason you guys really like those chicken feed videos. They're my most highly viewed videos, and I really appreciate that. So I'm going to be making another one from this Azure Standard pickup with all organic whole grains, and we're going to mix it next week, and I'm really excited about that. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be next Sunday's video. I'll probably release that. And that's going to wrap up this video. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for watching, sticking around. Appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and like this video if you found it helpful for you. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.